Nothing confuses men more than when a woman suddenly starts ignoring them. One moment, everything seems fine. She's responsive, engaging, maybe even showing interest. Then, out of nowhere, she pulls back. No replies, no enthusiasm, just silence. This leaves most men frustrated, overthinking what went wrong. But here's the thing. Her ignoring you is not the problem. It's your reaction to it that counts. Most men panic and start double texting, overanalyzing every little thing, and worst of all, chasing her like she's the only woman on earth. But the truth is, women don't ignore men without a reason. And often, it's not about playing games or testing you. So what should you do when she starts acting distant? Here's the secret. How you respond will determine everything. Are you going to act desperate and prove you're just another option? Or will you handle it like a high-value man who commands respect? The truth is, a woman ignoring you isn't always a bad thing. In fact, how you respond can either make her regret pulling away or confirm she was right to lose interest. So let's dive into 7 powerful responses that will put you back in control. These aren't weak, passive-aggressive mind games. They're real, strategic actions that shift the dynamic in your favor. Stop chasing her. If a woman starts ignoring you, don't chase her. This is one of the worst mistakes you can make. When you chase, you show desperation, and desperation repels. If she's pulling away, let her. Give her the space she needs. This will create a sense of mystery and intrigue, which can bring her back. Focus on yourself. When a woman pulls away, take that time to focus on your own life. Strengthen your goals, your passions, and your purpose. Women are naturally drawn to men who have their own lives, who are independent and self-sufficient. By focusing on your own growth, you'll naturally become more attractive to her. Create distance. If she's ignoring you, it might be because she feels smothered. Too much attention too soon can make her feel pressured. Instead of constantly reaching out, pull back. Give her space to miss you and rethink her feelings. The key is to create emotional distance so she has time to process her own thoughts. Don't overanalyze. Overthinking will only make things worse. Don't try to figure out every small detail of her behavior or text messages. Stay calm and avoid making assumptions. Let things unfold naturally. This will show that you're in control of your emotions and don't need constant validation. Stay confident. A woman's sudden silence doesn't define you. Don't let it affect your confidence. A high-value man knows his worth and doesn't let the actions of others determine his self-esteem. Stay grounded and let her see that you're confident in who you are, regardless of what's happening between the two of you. Engage in other activities. Fill your time with hobbies, socializing, and new experiences. This will help take your mind off the situation and show that your life is rich with possibilities. By engaging in activities that fulfill you, you're also showcasing that you're not dependent on her for your happiness. Be patient. Patience is a crucial part of maintaining control in this situation. If she's truly interested, your absence and change in behavior will cause her to reevaluate her feelings. But if she's lost interest, you'll be saving yourself from investing more time in someone who doesn't value you. Before we continue, I've created a community on Podia where I break down everything you need to know, step by step. You'll get no nonsense, practical advice to boost your confidence and build stronger, more meaningful connections. And the first 20 people who join will get an exclusive discount, so don't hesitate. Click the link in the description to grab your spot. Now, When a woman starts ignoring you, it's important to understand that there's often more going on beneath the surface. Women don't just ignore men for no reason. Understanding why she's pulling away will help you respond strategically. Here are some common reasons why she might be distant. She feels smothered. At first, she might have enjoyed the attention, but over time, it started to feel overwhelming. If you're always available, constantly checking in, or seeking reassurance, she might withdraw. Women are attracted to men who have their own lives, so if you're too focused on her too soon, it can make her feel trapped. She's losing interest. Attraction isn't always permanent. What started as strong interest can fade over time. She may no longer find you exciting, or the connection might not be as strong as she initially thought. If she feels like you're trying too hard to impress her, she may pull away because that behavior makes you seem less desirable. She's seeing someone else. Sometimes a woman pulls away because she's already seeing someone else. It could be someone she recently met, or even an old connection. If she's dividing her attention, she might withdraw from you to focus on another relationship. Some women will slowly phase out a man by reducing communication rather than cutting things off directly. Others might still have some interest, but prioritize a new connection over the previous one. If she was once responsive and engaging, but is now suddenly distant, it's likely because her attention is elsewhere. She no longer sees the same value in keeping the previous connection alive. So what should you do when a woman starts ignoring you? Number 1, stop chasing her immediately. The biggest mistake most men make when a woman ignores them is chasing harder. The moment she pulls away, they panic, send more texts, try to check in, or even ask if something is wrong. But the truth is, chasing only confirms that she has the power. Once a woman knows you're desperate for her attention, she loses respect for you. Women don't ignore men they see as high value. If she's ignoring you, she either assumes you'll wait around or she's testing how much you care. The worst thing you can do is prove her right by becoming needy. Chasing after her only makes you look weak and desperate, which immediately makes you less attractive. A man who respects himself never chases. He lets her absence be met with silence. If she truly values him, she will reach out. If she doesn't, it means she was never fully interested in the first place. The more effort you put in when she's ignoring you, the less she values you. Ignoring is a form of power. The moment you respond with more effort, you're telling her that she has control over you. And once a woman senses she has full control, the excitement fades. Attraction is built on mystery and unpredictability. If she knows you'll always be there, no matter how she treats you, she stops seeing you as a prize. A man who chases after a woman when she pulls away also sends a dangerous message. I have nothing better to do. A man who's truly valuable won't have time to sit around wondering why one woman isn't responding. He's too busy focusing on himself, his goals, and his life. Take this example. A guy was seeing a woman, and out of nowhere, she started taking longer to reply. Instead of panicking, he did nothing. No double texts, no attempts to get her attention. He focused on himself, working out, building his business and sharing about his life. A week later, she messaged him again. Why? Because she noticed his absence. When a woman ignores you, don't react emotionally. Shift your focus inward. The moment she realizes you're not chasing, she'll start to wonder why. And that's when the power shifts back in your favor. Number 2, ignore her harder. Most men think if they ignore a woman back, she'll just forget about them. But that's not how attraction works. Women are drawn to men who don't seek validation and who remain in control no matter what. If she pulls back and you start chasing, you're showing that her attention defines your worth. But if she ignores you and you ignore her even harder, you flip the dynamic. Women use ignoring as a test. They want to see how much control they have over you. The moment you panic, double text, or act desperate, you confirm that you need her more than she needs you. But when you match her silence, or even extend it, she starts questioning herself. Why aren't you reacting? Why don't you care? And why are you suddenly so confident and focused on your own life? When a woman starts ignoring you, the best response is often to be unbothered. It may sound counterintuitive, but ignoring her harder isn't about playing games or being childish. It's about showing, through your actions, that you're not the type of man who waits around for anyone. You don't need to block her, post cryptic messages, or act bitter. Simply stop giving her attention altogether. If she wants to ignore you, she'll get exactly what she asked for: total silence. Here's why this works. When a woman starts ignoring a man, she expects a reaction. She expects frustration, confusion, or even an attempt to win her back. That's how most men behave. But when you do the opposite, when you remain calm, unaffected, and move on like nothing happened, it catches her off guard. Women are naturally drawn to men who don't chase because it signals confidence. It tells her that you're not emotionally dependent on her response, and that alone makes you stand out. For example, one guy noticed that the woman he was dating started taking longer to reply to his messages. Instead of confronting her or trying harder, he simply stopped initiating contact. He went on with his life, stayed active on social media, and never once asked her what was wrong. A few days later, she reached out, asking why he hadn't messaged. She even started liking and commenting on his posts more. Why? Because she felt his absence. Ignoring a woman harder isn't about revenge, it's about control. You control how much access people have to you. If someone starts taking you for granted, the best response isn't anger or frustration. It's silence. When a woman realizes that you don't react to her games, she starts seeing you differently. Suddenly, she's the one who's unsure. And the moment she realizes your attention is something she has to earn, the game completely changes. Number 3, raise your value. When a woman ignores a man, it's often because she feels she has the upper hand. She sees herself as more valuable in the dynamic, and when a woman believes she has more options than you, she won't hesitate to pull away. The fastest way to shift this balance is to raise your value. Women don't ignore men they see as high status. They ignore men they believe they've fully figured out, men who don't excite them anymore. If she's pulling away, it's a sign that she doesn't see you as a priority. And the hard truth is, she won't see you as one until you force her to. Raising your value isn't about pretending to be someone you're not. It's about making real, noticeable changes that shift her perception of you. Women are wired to respond to men who are constantly growing, improving, and becoming more desirable. Here's how to do it. Confidence. Confidence isn't just about what you say. It's in how you move, how you respond, and how you own your space. A man who is genuinely confident never acts desperate. He doesn't need validation. He doesn't chase. He knows he's the prize. Lifestyle. Women are drawn to men who have their own life. If your world revolves around her, she'll lose interest fast. But if she sees that you're busy leveling up, chasing your goals, and surrounding yourself with exciting people, she'll start seeing you differently. Suddenly, you're not just another guy waiting for her response. You're someone she has to keep up with. Energy. Women can feel when a man has options, even if they never see them. When you carry yourself like someone who could replace her at any moment, her entire attitude shifts. Women want what other women want. When she senses that you have other opportunities, her interest spikes. Raising your value is about becoming the kind of man who naturally attracts attention without trying. The moment you start living like you're the prize, she will feel it. And once she does, ignoring you won't feel so easy anymore. Number 4, flirt with other women. When a woman ignores you, the worst thing you can do is sit around waiting for her attention. Women are competitive by nature. They don't want a man that no one else wants. The moment she feels like she has you all to herself, with no effort, she loses interest. But when she sees you engaging with other women, suddenly she starts paying attention again. Women are wired to chase what feels scarce. If she thinks she's your only option, she won't feel any urgency to respond. But if she notices other women laughing at your jokes, leaning into your presence, or responding positively to you, her perception shifts. Why? Because she doesn't want to be left out. Flirting with other women isn't about making her jealous. It's about reminding her that you have value. A man who is truly desirable is never desperate for attention from just one woman. He understands that attraction is built on perceived status. Nothing raises a man's status in a woman's eyes faster than seeing him desired by others. Think about it. A man sitting alone, looking at his phone, seems invisible. But a man, surrounded by women, confidently leading the conversation, automatically becomes interesting. Women are drawn to social proof. They instinctively trust the judgment of other women. If multiple women find you attractive, it reinforces the idea that you're worth wanting. Flirting, in this context, isn't about being disrespectful. It's about showing that you're in demand. This means being charismatic, making eye contact, knowing how to hold a conversation, and never acting like you're waiting for her approval. Women are naturally drawn to men who exude charm and confidence. Number 6, confidence. Let her see you. Interact effortlessly with other women. When a woman starts ignoring you, the worst thing you can do is chase after her. Instead, stay natural. Interact confidently with other women around you, but don't overdo it or be obvious. Women are incredibly intuitive. They notice the smallest details. If they see other women genuinely enjoying your company, laughing at your jokes, or playfully touching your arm, she will start to question if she misjudged you. Here's the best part. You don't need to say a word to her. Your actions will do all the work. The moment she sees other women responding positively to you, she will feel the difference. When she realizes that ignoring you didn't lower your value but actually increased it, she'll feel that competitive urge to win you back. This is how you get her to second-guess her decision. By reminding her that your attention isn't something she can take for granted. Number 7, make her feel replaced. When a woman ignores you, it's because she thinks she holds all the power. She assumes you're sitting around waiting for her to come back. But the moment she feels like you've moved on without hesitation, everything changes. Women don't fear losing a man who waits around. They fear losing a man who can replace them effortlessly. Here's how you do it. Live your life fully. Engage with new people. Enjoy new experiences, and keep improving yourself. The more she sees that her absence didn't slow you down, the more she'll start to wonder if she made a mistake. A woman ignores a man when she thinks she's in control, but when she realizes that you're no longer reacting, no longer checking in, and, most importantly, seems completely fine without her, the game changes. The key is not to fake anything, just focus on your own growth. This is how you make her second-guess herself. Number 8, let her come back, but on your terms. Now, when she does come back, don't just take her back without hesitation. That's where most men make a mistake. They welcome her back with open arms as if nothing happened. This is weak behavior. If a woman ignored you once, she'll do it again unless she realizes that you're not the same man she walked away from. Women respect men who respect themselves. When she comes back, she needs to prove that she deserves your attention. Look for signs. Is she making more effort? Is she more respectful? Is she showing, through actions, that she sees your worth? Don't just give her the validation she seeks. Make her earn it. Number 9, walk away if you need to. Here's the hardest truth. The man who is willing to walk away holds all the power. Most men get stuck in a cycle of chasing, waiting, and hoping. They refuse to accept that a woman's interest has faded, so they keep hanging on, thinking they can somehow change her mind. That's weak, and women don't respect weak men. Women will test you, whether consciously or unconsciously, to see if you're a man who values himself. Ignoring you is one of those tests. When a woman knows she has control over your emotions, your value in her eyes drops. The strongest thing you can do is to be completely willing to walk away, not as a strategy or a trick, but because you truly refuse to be with someone who doesn't appreciate you. Women are drawn to men who aren't afraid to lose them. If she sees that you're thriving without her, her perspective shifts, and that's when things start to change. Number 10, let absence create desire. Here's the ultimate strategy. Absence creates desire. Clinginess creates disgust. When you stop chasing her, when you let her feel your absence, it triggers something inside her. She starts wondering what she's missing out on. And this doesn't mean you need to immediately replace her with someone else just to make her jealous. That's not the goal. The goal is to live a life where your happiness and confidence are independent of her. That's what makes her second-guess herself. Number 11, you are the prize. Remember this, you are the prize. When you see yourself as valuable, you'll naturally attract women who see your worth. Women don't ignore men they truly desire. If she's ignoring you, it's because she's either testing you, losing interest, or keeping you as an option while she explores other things. The best way to handle this is to stay focused on your own growth. Keep improving yourself and never beg for someone's attention. If she truly wants you back, she will have to work for it. Number 12, the man she regrets losing. Finally, ask yourself, do you want to be the man she easily forgets or the man she regrets losing? If you choose the second option, stop waiting around for her. Walk away with your dignity intact. When you stop chasing and show her your absence, that's when she will realize what she's lost. Now I want to hear from you. Have you ever been ignored by a woman? How did you handle it? Drop a comment below and let's talk about it. I love hearing your experiences and offering advice when you need it. And hey, if you found this video helpful, make sure to like, subscribe, and share it with your friends. There's a lot more valuable content coming your way, so don't miss out. By subscribing, you'll be the first to know when I release new insights to help you level up in dating and in life.